Hey everyone, welcome back to Ride Next, your go-to channel for everything motorcycles, from the latest releases to deep dive reviews that help you decide whether a bike truly deserves your attention. Today, we're looking at a machine that blends retro styling with modern technology in a way very few motorcycles can pull off. It's Honda's 2025 CB350 RS, a bike that has been steadily building a reputation for being more than just a commuter, but rather a lifestyle statement for riders who want classic appeal with daily usability. The CB350 RS sits in a unique place in Honda's lineup. It draws inspiration from the iconic CB series that dates back to the 1960s and 70s, bikes that were considered dependable, stylish, and versatile. Honda has tried to keep that spirit alive while adding modern refinements, giving riders a bike that looks vintage but feels up-to-date. The 2025 model doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, but it does polish the formula and make sure it stays relevant in a very competitive mid-size motorcycle segment. The first thing anyone notices about the CB350 RS is its design. This is a bike that loves attention, but not in a loud or overdone way. Instead, it grabs you with its clean, minimalist, retro-inspired look. The round LED headlamp up front, framed in a blacked out housing, immediately gives off that old-school vibe. Honda has balanced chrome and black finishes while there's just enough gloss and metallic shine to highlight its heritage, but plenty of matte and darkened parts to keep it looking modern and sporty. The fuel tank is a sculpted piece of art, muscular but not bulky, with bold graphics and contrasting paint schemes that make it pop. Honda offers the 2025 CB350 RS in some eye-catching dual-tone color options as well as more understated single shades for riders who prefer a classic feel. Moving to the side profile, the RS variant differentiates itself from the more standard CB350s by being sportier. The black alloy wheels, chunky tires, and shorter rear fender give it a scrambler-inspired character. The upswept exhaust is not just for looks up, it complements the riding geometry and gives the bike a slightly aggressive stance. The tail section is clean, with a sleek LED tail light and integrated grab rails that don't mess up the flow of the design. Honda has paid a lot of attention to making the CB350 RS appeal to younger riders who want something vintage but also edgy enough to stand out in traffic. The seating position is where the CB350 RS balances style with everyday practicality. The seat height is approachable at around 800 mm, making it comfortable for a wide range of riders. The wide handlebar and slightly rear-set foot pegs offer a sporty yet relaxed ergonomics setup. This isn't a full upright cruiser posture, nor is it a hunched sport bike stance. It sits somewhere in the middle, making it versatile for both city commutes and longer weekend rides. The cushioning on the seat is supportive enough for extended journeys, while the tapered design ensures it doesn't feel bulky between your legs. Small touches like the textured seat cover and neatly tucked-in stitching add to the premium feel. At the heart of the CB350 RS is a 348.36cc, single-cylinder, air-cooled engine. On paper, it produces around 20.8 horsepower and 30 Nm of torque. Now, those numbers might not blow you away compared to some rivals in the segment, but what matters here is the delivery. Honda has tuned this motor for strong low-end and mid-range performance, making it incredibly friendly for urban riding. You don't need to rev it to the moon to get usable power. Torque comes in early, which means quick acceleration off traffic lights and easy overtakes without constantly downshifting. This character makes it a great daily companion. On highways, the bike can comfortably cruise between 90 to 110 km per hour without feeling strained. Beyond that, you do start to notice some vibrations creeping in, but that's expected from a big single-cylinder. The 5-speed gearbox is smooth, and Honda's assist and slipper clutch system ensures lighter lever operation and prevents rear wheel hopping during aggressive downshifts. This not only improves rider comfort but also makes the bike forgiving for beginners. Another highlight of the CB350 RS is its exhaust note. Honda has really nailed the classic thump with a bass-heavy exhaust tone that sounds deeper than you would expect from a modern 350cc machine. It's not annoyingly loud, but it carries enough presence to remind you of those old CBs and Bullets that ruled the roads. The balance of refinement and character here is impressive, and many riders will find themselves revving just to hear that note. In terms of ride quality, Honda has kept things simple yet effective. The bike uses telescopic front forks and twin hydraulic shocks at the rear, tuned on the firmer side for handling but still capable of soaking up most road imperfections. On smooth city streets, the bike feels planted and confident, while on slightly rougher patches or gravel, it still manages to hold its composure. The RS's larger rear tire not only adds to its styling but also provides better grip and stability, especially while cornering. Braking duties are handled by a disc at the front and rear, with dual-channel ABS coming as standard. The braking performance is progressive and reassuring, which matches the bike's overall personality as safe, predictable, and confident without being intimidating. When it comes to technology, Honda has integrated just enough modern features without overwhelming the retro aesthetic. The CB350 RS comes with full LED lighting all around, a semi-digital instrument cluster with an analog-style speedometer, and a small digital screen that shows trip details, fuel consumption, gear position, and more. It also features Honda's selectable torque control, essentially traction control, which is not something you usually find in this segment. This adds an extra layer of safety for riders, especially in slippery conditions. The build quality is another strong selling point. Honda's fit and finish are top-notch, with neatly laid wiring, solid switchgear, and durable paint. This is one of those bikes that you can ride daily without worrying about rattles or parts feeling cheap over time. Honda's reputation for reliability also plays a big role here. The CB350 RS isn't just stylish, it's a bike you can count on for years with minimal fuss. Speaking of ownership, let's talk about price. The 2025 Honda CB350 RS is expected to be priced around 2.25 to 2.30 lakh Indian rupees ex-showroom, which translates to roughly $3,000 to $3,200 in international markets. Considering the features, design, and Honda's brand value, it offers a competitive package in the mid-size retro segment. It positions itself directly against bikes like the Royal Enfield Hunter 350, the Meteor 350, and the Jaguar 42, while also being an alternative to slightly higher-priced offerings like the Triumph Speed 400. Where the Honda shines is in its refinement, reliability, and slightly sportier design compared to its rivals. Riders who want the classic charm but are also looking for that Honda peace of mind will find the CB350 RS to be a sweet spot. Unique selling points of this motorcycle include its scrambler-inspired styling, the deep and refined exhaust note, Honda's selectable torque control, and the fact that it blends retro appeal with modern reliability. It's not trying to be the fastest or the most powerful in its class, it's aiming to be the most balanced, the most dependable, and the easiest to live with on a daily basis. For young riders looking to step into the retro category without dealing with the quirks of older style engines, this bike makes a lot of sense. For experienced riders who just want a second bike for fun weekend rides or city commutes, the CB350 RS also fits the bill. So, when you put it all together, the 2025 Honda CB350 RS stands out as a motorcycle that delivers a strong mix of nostalgia and practicality. It carries forward the legacy of the Honda CB family while keeping pace with modern expectations. It's stylish enough to draw eyes at a cafe told to copyright, comfortable enough for daily city traffic, and refined enough to take on weekend highway stretches. And all of this comes with Honda's engineering and reliability, which is something riders around the world continue to trust. If you're in the market for a mid-size retro machine that doesn't demand compromises, the CB350 RS deserves a very close look. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 Honda CB350 RS. What do you think about this retro modern machine? Does it strike the right balance between style and substance? Or do you feel some of its rivals edge it out with a stronger identity? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Ride Next for more detailed motorcycle reviews, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and keep the passion alive.